We are going to be talking about paper piecing the blocks of the Flight quilt pattern today. Flight is a beginner-friendly foundation paper piecing pattern, but sometimes when you're just starting out with paper piecing, it helps to see it being done. So that's what we'll do in this video. So before you begin, it is very important to make sure that your templates are printed at actual size. You will find a 1-inch test square on each page that you print, and you should check it against your ruler and make sure that it is indeed 1 inch. I would hate for you to spend all this time paper piecing only to find out that your blocks do not fit in perfectly with the rest of your cut fabric. It is also important to either perforate or fold along these lines between your sections in your paper piecing template before you begin. This type of paper here is newsprint, and it is pretty thin. And I find that if I crease along these lines a few times each direction, the paper is easy to remove at the end of my block. I also don't have to use my sewing machine to do that, which makes it a little bit easier to get it done. I have used regular paper in the past, and when I have perforated on those lines. And one way to do that is to remove the thread from your needle and just stitch along these lines before you begin. Another type of paper that you can use, this is paper piecing paper that you can probably find at your local quilt shop or at a larger hobby store. You can see that it's thin, it's see-through, which is helpful. It also has a texture to it that keeps your fabric from slipping and sliding. However, I found it a little bit difficult to remove from my blocks at the end. I would recommend possibly perforating this before you use it. And newsprint is obviously cheaper per sheet than a quilting specialty item would be. So all those things are things to take into consideration. I am going to be showing you how to do this template A first. So we'll move B out of the way. I have chosen to use these prints to show you how to do this block today so that it's easier to tell when my fabric is right side up or right side down. I think that's probably the most confusing part of paper piecing a block. This background fabric also has a top and a bottom, and if you have the pattern in front of you, you will see that that is marked in your step-by-step instructions so that you can keep both sides of your block facing the same direction or moving the same direction with your fabric. The paper piecing section itself has 3 sections. A1 and A3 are going to be my background fabric, and A2 is going to be my bird fabric. And if you are making a quilt like the cover quilt, your background fabric may change every couple of blocks, but your A2, your bird fabric, will remain the same.